Welcome back to the closing bell. Just over 2 minutes left of trade. Looking pretty good, up over 1.5% for the S&P as we stand. Starting with the European market, the stock 600, because we did get a big help from the international picture today. You can see that up over 1%. If we now look at the S&P 500 intraday, you can see that we got that positive start. We did have a little bit of a pullback intraday, and we've shrugged that off to be relatively close to the highs as we come to the close, which is encouraging. We haven't, though, had a massive pickup in volume. We were saying that last week. Could we get a bounce? Would it be high volume? Higher volume than last week, but it's not a huge amount. Sector performance for you, as you can see, significant outperformance from the likes of consumer discretionary, financials doing well, communication services, energy. So it's quite broad with that outperformance, very broad in terms of positive territory. Everything up there, staples just getting back into positive territory in the last couple of minutes. Real estate, utilities, but some nice significant 2% or so gainers there towards the top. Just going to bring in Bob Pisani and just show you the oil price as well, an important rebound there. This is oil prices over the last 2 weeks. I think we've chosen decent little bounce today, but obviously after some poor performance. Bob, main takeaways?
35% decline in oil service stocks in the last month or so. Halliburton, Schlumberger, straight down. Finally, in the last couple of days, starting to stabilize a little bit. That's one of the reasons we had a nice bounce today. Exxon and Chevron among them. Retailers also bouncing a little bit. A rare day when you get Amazon and all of Amazon's competitors also moving on the upside. I would also note industrials like Caterpillar, which have been straight down, also are much more stable. The charts look a little bit better in the last couple of days. I don't think this is any kind of necessarily any turnaround, but what's interesting is to watch how the market has come to believe that Jay Powell, the Fed chairman, is going to suddenly turn very, very dovish. I just don't think that's going to happen. The chairman of the Federal Reserve is not going to front run the FOMC in its December meeting and suddenly embark on a different tone. I think he's going to be aware of the global concerns and the global slowdowns, but if anybody thinks suddenly he's going to signal they're not going to do any rate hikes in 2019, I think they're kidding themselves.
So that's a speech on Wednesday. There's all sorts of other Fed comments with the minutes on Thursday and other speakers, but is the main focus this week G20?
Yes, and again, the market has levitated itself into believing that there will be a deal that will not involve, status quo. No new sanctions in 2019. We'll just keep things going, and again, that may be a bit wishful thinking.
Okay, Bob, great stuff. Thanks so much. We'll see you again in a moment with that big interview with the SEC chair, Jay Clayton. Ring the bell here, the big board, the Navy SEAL Foundation. Ring it at the NASDAQ and NASA. We are higher by 350 points on the Dow. The high of the day was 387, so a good finish. The S&P right at the highs of the day, the Dow just behind it. That does it for the first hour of the closing bell. Morgan, back to you.